Man, people are all over the place on this Mike Bianco thing. Like, I'll think I have a good source, and it's just back and forth. He is a very, very private guy. And just goes about his business. He's Ole Miss baseball and a family man. That's it. And that's the one thing you continue to hear. Mike Bianco is a private person. And he's been in the spotlight for years now. It didn't take him long. By about 04-05, once they got it rolling, he became a quote-unquote household name in the Ole Miss family. And I may have said his name more than anybody else's name on this show because he's been the coach since I started in 2003. Will he stay or will he go? Should he stay or should he go? Farm Bureau Insurance call-in line, 601-707-3750. We're going to lock into the prize wheel in a few minutes. You can watch the show. Facebook, search the Out of Bounds Show. You can watch the webcast, see the studio and what all we're doing. The show is brought to you by Eye Care Professionals, Dr. Kirk Jeffries and the team on Lakeland Drive. Two locations on Lakeland Drive. One in Jackson, right down from Smith Wills, but on the south side of Lakeland. And then their new location, Belmead in Flowood. Belmead in Flowood, Eye Care Professionals. Blade-free LASIK and cataract surgery, routine eye exams. Dr. Kirk Jeffries, Eye Care Professionals, new location, Belmead, Flowood. I've got Blake Mania with me. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us midweek as we march into the weekend. The two big stories in the state are Mike Bianco and whether he's staying at Ole Miss or going to LSU, and the fact that Mississippi State just won a super regional and they are going to the College World Series. Tanner Allen and Rowdy Jordan will be going to their third CWS, College World Series.
It's pretty crazy when it comes down to it. That's wild.
Are you on?
Yeah, this
Okay.
mic is. We're gonna have to get work.
Oh, okay, got
Sorry,
it.
we
Got
didn't know that. It's been a minute since we've used this microphone.
That's right. It has. So Tanner Allen and Landon Sims in the crowd were the MVPs of the Super Regional. Notre Dame and Arizona were both outstanding clubs. Ole Miss ran into I could see Arizona could win it. I mean, they're dangerous and well coached. Jay Johnson does a great job. Ole Miss had a hell of a team. Lose Gunnar Hoagland, big time starter. But get to a super regional, don't quite. I think the way game 3, if they lose 10-5, it's a different deal. Do you agree?
It's 2 straight seasons where you've lost by 13 runs in a winning game 3.
Yeah.
That can't happen.
No. Arkansas 2 years ago, again, we lost last year because of COVID. Arkansas 2 years ago blew them out in game 3.
Yep.
Arizona last weekend blew them out in game 3. I think that's what puts a bad taste in your mouth.
Correct.
On a team that did a marvelous job throughout the year and was a top 16 seed, hosted a regional, and took Arizona to game 3.
I think that's unequivocally the answer. It's the way it ends makes it hurt so much more.
And you had Tim Elko go out with a big bang and an unbelievable run on a torn ACL, and then you have an emerging star with Jacob Gonzalez, but you got a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth because of losing. I don't even know what that final was. I went to bed, but 16-3 or something.
Yeah.
And
never feeling like you were in it either. That's the problem. It happened so fast.
It
It's
did.
just like the Arkansas. It's just it happened so quickly. You never felt like you were in it, and that's just so deflating.
Also, Blake, something that I think we need to really harp on, it's harder to win in college baseball now than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and 40 years ago.
More parity.
It's a lot harder to win in college baseball than it was. Not taking anything away from any of the teams that were successful. The bottom line is it's a lot harder to win in college baseball today.
I 100%. I think players are better. There's more good
Well, sure.
players, so
Yeah.
it means there's more at every team.
Travel ball, one-on-one individual. I talked about this.
Yeah.
You know, it's this from 6 or 7 years old on, you're playing.
Yeah.
You and I didn't do that.
Nope.
You played rec, you made the all-star team, you played one tournament, you went home.
Yeah.
You went to camp, and you ran around your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now there's no such thing. You kids get out of rec as soon as they can. They form a team, and then they play. I never played baseball in February.
Yeah.
Now there are tournaments in I don't even think I played. I don't even know when Northeast Jackson baseball season started. But I knew this when I was little. The rec league was never as long as I wanted it to be. And now I never played tournaments in September, October, and November.
Yeah.
Growing up, much less, I think we went to Kosciuszko once and out to, by the way, Ridgeland in like 1983
was out there.
Was an absolute dump. And I thought we were driving to the end of the earth. And now today it's a thriving, super cool town. Obviously, Mayor McGee, among others, have done a great, great job with it. But Blake, when I went out there, I lived in Belhaven. You'd have thought I was driving to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
And but it's different now, man. These guys, by 8, 9, 10 years old, they're playing 70 games a year. They're working with, it's a multi-billion-dollar, just the one-on-one individual instruction. If you're a pitcher or a batter or a fielder or whatever,
yeah.
Man, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry from Los Angeles to New York and everywhere in between.
And like you said, they're specialized. Now we're so specialized that was never the case. Like, even Hunter Renfroe, who was signed not that long ago, he wasn't playing the way that now your guys like we just said, Landon Sims, was brought up in the Georgia circuit. And that's all he did. The kid woke up, went to school, played baseball every day of his life for the last 10 years.
Right.
That is new. But it's new. It's in every sport. It's why the SEC has exploded across the athletic landscape, because the commitment quotient in every sport.
It proved Tennessee can win. If you're an SEC school and you get the right guy, it doesn't matter where you are.
Does that
if John Cohen would have stayed at Kentucky, and this is prior to the big, big money coming in. John started a little bit before that. He won 44 games at Kentucky, was a national seed, and won the SEC championship. They had never done that. He would have continued to win there. You can win anywhere in the league. Doesn't matter where. Anywhere.
Does Tennessee doing what they're doing this year, and we've seen a few other schools do that, does that put even more fuel on the fire for Ole Miss fans who are unhappy with Bianco? Fair or foul, isn't that a reality?
That probably is.
Every time someone new goes and it's not you, it's going to be more and more frustrating. Because you feel like you've worked so hard. You feel like you've put in the effort and the time and the energy.
I know. We want more stuff.
We want the payoff.
Absolutely.
Speaking of payoffs.
All right, let's do the prize wheel.
Let's do it.
You want to do it now?
Let's do one. Let's do at least one.
All right, cool. You can watch on Facebook, search the Out of Bounds Show. We've got some really cool prizes on the prize wheel. And our prize wheel is brought to you by the Tito's Vodka and Four Roses Bourbon at Briarwood Wine and Spirits. It's also presented by Live Oaks Golf Club. Great place to play golf. Roosevelt's is open today. The restaurant at Live Oaks. Cheeseburgers, wings, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Open today for lunch and open on the golf course, Live Oaks Golf Club. We are going to spin the prize wheel. Again, you can watch us on Facebook. Search the Out of Bounds Show.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Do I need to stand up?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you're right. First spin. Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you. I can't see it.
Yeah. Autograph bag of air. Yes. Every time.
You act like a 9-year-old when it hits that.
Yes.
All right, we'll give that to Todd on the text line.
Squirrel, you finally won something. Congrats.
You need to text us if you want to win. I know you don't want to win a bag of air, but if you want to win something, you need to text us on the Mississippi Ag text line.
And the Four Roses small batch is still
right. We're still rolling with that. We've had some great text on bourbon and sports and back patio. That's all the y'all lifestyle.
If you want to
patio, pork tenderloin on the grill, pour a summer cocktail, Four Roses bourbon and watch the game or listen to some good music. That's the Y'all Lifestyle.
If you want a better chance to win something off the prize wheel right now, anyone who comments on the YouTube page, I'll pick someone off this video.
Perfect.
A YouTube commenter.
Perfect.
So that'll get you a head start over the texters because there's a lot of text.
Yeah. I like that. That's good. We've got golf rounds on here.
Ooh.
Tito's Vodka swag. Four Roses bourbon swag. Do we have Live Oaks?
Havana cigars.
Havana Smoke Shop. Y'all Lifestyle swag. Jonesy Q Dry Rub. What is that? I'm not even going to go there.
I'm hoping it hits.
I didn't even know you put it on there. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, that's a good spin. You ever been on the Price is Right?
No, but I'm probably going to beat out Aaron Rodgers for the gig.
Spin again?
Spin again. Okay. Here we go. You can watch on Facebook. Search the Out of Bounds Show. Prize wheel. Let's roll.
That's a good-looking wheel, too, man. Nailed it. Oh, Y'all Lifestyle swag? I can't see that far. Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right, Y'all Lifestyle swag. Boom.
All right.
My eyes are terrible if I can't see that.
Yeah.
That's
well,
tough.
it's right on the edge
on the line?
of both.
So which one is it?
It's Y'all Lifestyle
All right,
swag.
there you go. We're giving away Y'all Lifestyle swag,
All right.
courtesy of the Y'all Lifestyle store in the township.
So make sure to put that down.
By news.
One listener's going to get, a hat and some cups. That's easy.
Todd's got the autographed bag of air. Got that one.
He'll be running over here this afternoon to get that.
Do you remember when we gave away a half-drunk Coors Light and someone actually came and got it?
Yes.
That was incredible.
They should have taken a picture of it once they got home and said, this is what I want on the Out of Bounds
They
show.
literally came up here and took it. It is signed by you as a half-drunk Coors Light can. That is the most amazing
That's your
thing. Yeah,
That's your nonsense.
when you watch the what's that show? Let's Make a Deal. You have the zonks. Not everybody can win a prize.
Reb guy says, being an Ole Miss fan, I need a prize. LOL, hook me up. All right, he
this
just
is
won
for-
the Y'all Lifestyle
Boom.
gear.
This spin right here is for Roland, who commented on the YouTube page.
Okay.
All right, Roland, what you getting? What you getting? Big money, no whammies.
Jonesy Q Dry Rub.
There you go.
That's pretty strong right there.
Congrats, Roland. Some Jonesy Q Dry Rub.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, timeout. Someone said they were cooking a pork butt for Omaha this weekend, like to watch the games. They wanted to know what rub to go with for Jonesy Q.
On the pork butt, I'd go Love Rub and Pig Pal,
Ooh, Pig Pal, yeah.
or Love Rub and Money Honey.
I thought Money Honey for sure because it's got that kind of rustic Cajun barbecue to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Jonesy Q. You can get it at the Y'all Lifestyle shop.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
online, jonesyq.com.
That's right.
Here we go. Ready?
Roland's excited about his Jonesy Q.
Also, Welcome Home Beef in Starkville. They have Jonesy Q rubs and sauces.
That's right.
Welcome Home Beef in Starkville. Delicious steaks and hamburger meat. They have it. They have Jonesy Q rubs and sauces.
Boom.
Let's go at least one more time.
One more time, then we'll get back into some sports. Here we go. Big money, no whammies. Come on, Brooksy special. Y'all Lifestyle swag.
Okay, we'll find some cool
Another Y'all Lifestyle winner.
gear swag from the Y'all Lifestyle shop.
Speaking of which, we found out that your Y'all Lifestyle, what do you call it? It's not a canteen. I know. I'm going blank. Your tumbler apparently is made of alien materials because your coffee was hot from home like 6 hours after you brought it.
So I burnt my tongue
It was
an
really
hour
funny.
after pouring coffee in this tumbler, which I've had for a while. It's been, knocked around a little bit. It's a cool tumbler though. But
I was
Wendy
impressed.
got a new percolator for our coffee. And when I tell you this thing being new, it makes hot coffee. Literally, Blake, it'd been an hour since I poured it, and I took a sip, and it burned my
And it
tongue.
actually burns you. I know. You literally exclaimed, like, you know how you can pretend like something hurts, but it's not like when you exclaim out loud, like a guttural response, that's real. You did that. You really reacted like 100% you burned your tongue on it.
Terrible.
And of course I was laughing.
I mean, the coffee was good. Yeah, you were. Golly.
It's rude. It's hard out here on these streets, brother.
It is. It is. All right. You want to switch gears
Yeah,
here?
let's do it.
Are
We'll
we good on
we'll
the-
spin one more before the end of the show, but we got a couple minutes.
All right. We had John Cohen on earlier. Had great baseball conversation with him about the atmosphere and environment at the Dude, the new stadium. That was the first time John really got into the nuts and bolts of kind of the design and architectural piece of the stadium, which I thought was really good. So if you missed it, would love for you to hit Apple Podcast, search the Out of Bounds Show. While you're there, would love for you to subscribe. Apple Podcast, search the Out of Bounds Show. With the two big stories this week, Blake, our shows are flying by.
They really have.
It's 9:45, and I feel like we need another hour or two.
Well, yesterday we did so many good interviews, but we did so many interviews that flew by.
Right.
Obviously, Monday, everyone was still like a nervous wreck. We didn't know what was going on, so that show was just wild. And then, today, I mean, this Mike Bianco thing is pretty unique.
It is.
Because there's just very few coaches. I think the Stansbury and the Mark Richt ones are really great analogies because it's also about the longevity piece. The fact that Mike's been there for 2 decades. There are people who have kids now getting ready to go to college who he coached when he started at Ole Miss.
That's a great
right?
point.
That doesn't happen a lot in major college sports. So this is a very big moment in Ole Miss athletics. I think maybe some people think it's an easier decision than it is. If I'm Keith Carter, I don't know if I know what I really want right now, because it's all fun and games to say we can go hire someone good and we can keep the program moving and all that, but in reality, you have one great coach in the history of your program, and to watch him walk out the door, you're not guaranteed to match that in the next 20 years. I mean, what if you hire a good coach, but he has off-the-field issues? You've never dealt with that in your baseball program.
Right.
What if you go through 3 hires in a 10-year period? You've never dealt with that.
And I think people thought like John Cohen had 10 more years as the head coach at MSU.
It was a short stint. It was, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it took him 2 full years to get it rebuilt.
Well, you have to cleanse you got to get the bad out to get.
And then in year 3, it really didn't start out well, and they end up in a super regional against Florida in Gainesville, and that's when you knew he had turned the corner. But it was somewhat of a short stint, I guess. 2008 to 2016.
It was his last year, 16.
Was it 16? Okay.
17 was Canizaro's 1 full season.
Okay.
18 he leaves after the weekend.
All right.
Henderson's 18, and then Lamona's 19.
Okay, got it. Yeah. There you
so
go.
it's only 8. Like you said, it's long, but it's not long. In baseball terms,
It's not.
It's at the big powers. That's not long.
No. I mean, Mainieri just knocked out 15 years.
And it kind of felt like a flash.
It
in all
did.
honesty.
It did.
Corbin's now at what? Close to 15 or 18 now. He's right up there. I think he was 2nd or 3rd.
What is it about baseball
Van
coaches
Horn?
and ADs?
Van Horn's long.
Bertman, Cohen, Ray Tanner.
Sure, there's others.
I'm just thinking just in the Southeastern Conference. Skip Bertman, John Cohen.
Is there something about the
Tanner.
mentality of how you have to manage a baseball program relative to like the mentality of a football coach? It's a little different. I'm not saying it's not about intelligence, but there is a thought process that goes into baseball coaching that's different. It's more methodical. It's more analytical. It always has been, I think. And so maybe that's what leads baseball coaches to be more athletic director inclined as opposed to football coaches.
Yeah. Well, now there's money in it, okay?
Well, that's true too.
So ADs are making,
If you
$1
had
million plus.
If you had to put money on it right now, if I took you to Pearl River and Chris Hopwood, is Mike Bianco the head coach of Ole Miss when we start our show at 7 a.m. tomorrow? I'm going to ask you this every day until LSU hires someone. So
Tomorrow?
is he hired between right now when we get off the air and 7 a.m. tomorrow? Is he the LSU head coach or is he the Ole Miss head coach?
I think if he takes a job, he'll take it tomorrow.
Okay, so you think when we come on the air tomorrow, he'll still be coaching Ole Miss?
I don't feel good about it, but yes. You made me bet 100.
It feels like a coin flip, doesn't it?
It does. Well, I have people telling me that are, pretty connected that it's like split. You talk to one person, now 3 people told me yesterday he's going. These are big Ole Miss people. But I don't know if they know. I don't know. Again, 2 people keep telling me how private he is. Well, who's he telling? His wife? Now, once he tells Ben McDonald or Skip Bertman, it's just natural human nature to tell other people he's either said yes or no. Or is it Cliff Godwin?
I know D1 baseball seems to be leaning more towards Godwin, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
There's a strong rumor that there's enough of the LSU fan base, even as strong as McDonald and Bertman are, that are concerned with hiring a sitting head coach from your SEC rival who hasn't won a title. Fair or foul?
Boy, Godwin's going to make some money. What if Keith Carter doesn't extend Bianco, but he decides to stay?
Well, that makes no sense.
What if he thinks he can win big again and get another extension this coming year?
If you're Bianco and you're staying, aren't you negotiating something to make it worth your stay?
Maybe. What if he's not offered that?
What if Keith Carter says, hey, Mike, see you later?
He's not going to say it like that.
But you know what I'm saying.
Right.
What if he says, hey, Mike, we're not going to match anything. If LSU offers you, feel free to take it.
Yeah, we're going to keep your salary. I don't know what he's making, 1.2. And, we feel good about that. We do think you had a really good year. We need to go to Omaha, which Keith was on record 2 years ago as saying
that, yeah.
After they lost to Arkansas. I mean, he just said something, I'm paraphrasing, something to the effect of, we need to go to Omaha more.
It is what it is.
And then your rival goes again this year with a team that,
Yeah. Between 2018 and this year, it doesn't feel like, if you're sitting here at Ole Miss, you're going, we've had better teams. Why are we not in Omaha?
Right.
Fair, foul. And state fans won't agree with that because they'll say, hey, results are results. We made it, so we were the better team. But whatever you want to say, when you tie it down on paper, that 18 team, them making it and then this year's team, Ole Miss had a better roster until Gunnar Hoagland went down. And then it was more of a toss-up.
Right. I agree with that.
And I will say this, as to what we said about Gotro before we run out of time, they're hitting like 35 points better in the postseason than they did all year.
How about that?
That's a big deal. That's the difference in you losing and winning because your 7, 8, 9-hole hitters are getting on base.
Logan Tanner, Kellum Clark,
Brad Cumbest.
and Brad Cumbest are all barreling up balls more than they were.
Yeah. And whether they're
Forsythe got 2 hits the other night. It's just the top of the order couldn't do anything. Yeah. But the bottom line is you're right. It's Kellum Clark, it's Logan Tanner, and it's Brad Cumbest. What if Brad Cumbest decides to hang up the cleats in football, actually go to the Cape Cod, get a lot more reps, go through fall ball? What kind of player could he be by February 15th next year? The Out of Bounds Show is brought to you by Went McGee, the Mortgage Man. He'll shop the best rates for you, mortgagemanms.com. Show is also presented by Madison Ridgeland Academy. If you're on the fence about your child's future, call MRA today and get a private tour of the campus, academics and athletics. MRA number 601-856-4455. And the show is brought to you by Live Oaks Golf Club. Hit Roosevelt's for lunch today. Wings, cheeseburger, and that Philly cheesesteak sandwich. All at Roosevelt's at Live Oaks.